In this video, we'll talk about why OpenAI's new Agent Builder is not replacing n8n. So first you need to log into OpenAI Playground, and on the left side, you select this icon here, and then you go into the Agent Builder, and initially you won't have any workflow. Then you can click on templates. This is the quickest way you can get started and see what is available and what you can do. And I'll quickly talk about what is currently available. And first of all, it is the agent node. If you click on this, you would have this. And in this agent, you can name it whatever you want. But most importantly is the instruction that you want to give. And OpenAI has this functionality where you can prompt to create the prompt. Sometimes I do have to go to other chats to create a prompt if I'm doing this in n8n. And here you can select the different model and if you want the reasoning or not. And also you can add tools, the common tools that the AI agent can be added. Was also available for AI assistant. And in the output format, there is text and JSON and widget. So ChatKit is a UI interface that you can define, where usually if you go into ChatGPT, you look up stock price for a certain stock, and then you give you a stock chart. So that's done with something like the ChatKit. There are more technical settings here you can change. Next, I just want to talk about the nodes that are particular to OpenAI's Agent Builder, which I don't see in n8n so far. First is the guardrails. Guardrails is something that you can just have a toggle button and then have some safety checks where the AI will do the checking for you. So usually in n8n you will have a different node. You just make sure that the AI doesn't out of alignment. Other than that is the user approval. And used to have a human in the loop node. In OpenAI's case, most of the time it is being used as a chat interface. Usually it is assuming it is taking text as input and then text as output for the most part. So user approval will make sense here because there will always be some kind of interface the user can approve or reject. But in n8n, it will be a little bit different just because sometimes the workflow is running in the background, and sometimes you will have to send out like an email or a Slack message for someone to approve or disapprove. For the logic, it does let you handle loops with while loop, and then there's if-else statement. And also for the data, there is transform and set state, which is very common when you want to compile the data into a certain format and then send it to somewhere else. Next, we'll talk about what I wish is there and maybe in the future they will be there. So first we want to talk about the start node. The start node lets you choose different variables. So these are the different data types that you can give it. But a lot of time in automation is that it is triggered by other workflow or triggered by other software. For example, sometimes you want to know if a new row is added to a Google spreadsheet, and then after a new row is added to a Google spreadsheet, then you trigger something that does something else in the background. This is something that's built in n8n. I think it will be critical for OpenAI to implement it is the schedule trigger or any kind of Chrome job. So whenever you're running something automated, you want it to run it while you sleep, no matter what, right? So a lot of times we schedule things that run daily or even every hour, things like that. That's something that is not being implemented in OpenAI yet. I'm sure they are capable of it because in the past they have the OpenAI operator, and then you can use prompt to schedule tasks. But I think they need to combine both of them together, the AI agent workflows and also the operator scheduling functionality together. And in the end, they can essentially have text prompt to generate a full working workflow or AI agent, and that will work 24/7 for them. And other thing that I wish OpenAI Agent Builder has is the code node. So n8n, why I like it so much is because you can write JavaScript code directly into a node. You can see in here, I actually use this node a lot. This is the code node where I write code to transform data or organize data. So in the end, I think OpenAI's Agent Builder will actually make building AI agent in n8n a lot easier. And so far, they have SDK that you can let you call the AI agent that you built in OpenAI with code. But I'm pretty sure in the future you can do that with API too. But when that happens, you can actually call the API with OpenAI in n8n. So for example, in here I have multiple AI agents and they're all doing different things. You could also have all of this logic inside of an agent builder and then just produce one agent that is encompassing all of those agents and then just using the API to call that agent. So instead of all this, I can just reduce it to one agent. I think if OpenAI want to compete with automation, with n8n or other automation tool, they need to compete on the user experience. For example, now n8n has beta version where you can use text prompt to create a whole working workflow. And there are also Chrome extension that lets you do that as well. Although it's not perfect, but I'm sure eventually they will get better and better. If they want to go into this game, they need to let people without any technical skill to create AI agent easier. And every time when they do, I make sure that it is safe. It's important to have some kind of environment where people can play with AI agent without so much consequences. I'm glad there are all different kinds of tools that we can now use to automate. So what's your take on it? What do you think?